Africa, Tech Hub for a smarter you. Oh yeah, you're welcome back. This is Tech Hub, your one-stop platform for all things tech in Africa. And we are the Africa NXT festival experience for everyone who loves technology and the digital economy and wants to be a part of it to bring about prosperity both for Nigeria and for the rest of the continent. And yet this is one of the halls and the spaces where such conversations will be going on. This time around, we'll be hearing from the government. You know, it's a multi-stakeholder affair. And this time around, it's going to be the Nigerian Communications Commission. Yes, you heard that right. And they'll be giving us a scorecard, more like the initiatives we've put together so far to help with bringing about and achieving the goal that the federal government did set for 2030 for Nigeria to, hit the digital economy goal that is set for the entire country. What have they done so far? What have they been able to achieve so far? And how has that moved us towards the digital economy goal that we have with just 7 years left? We'll be getting more from the conversation that will be happening right here.
Between July 2021 and August 2022, we did a lot of fact-finding, stakeholder engagement, and one of our pillars to focus on is manufacturing. So in the course of going out and fact-finding, we looked at what are the low-hanging fruits, what are the issues in the telecoms value chain that can be addressed inside. That's internally in Nigeria. And one of the things we realized we could manufacture is SIM. I don't know if you can cast your mind back like 17 years ago, we used to import recharge cards. I don't know if you remember the recharge cards. They were like debit cards now, and you had to scratch before. Then gradually from that, it became smaller. The commission did license people to manufacture recharge cards in Nigeria. And with innovation, it became vouchers now. So with SIM, why should we spend? Why should federal government of Nigeria spend so much money importing when we can do it here? So that has been taken care of. We've identified, I think we have like 7 or 8 SIM manufacturing companies, but we have 4 that are fully operational. Yes. And then between August 2022 and, well, this is January, we've had reports, to show that over 100 million SIMs were ordered for by the operators. Remember, we have various operators in Nigeria. This SIM can also be exported. Remember, we have Africa. So Nigeria will not only be importing, B2B can export. Nigeria can serve as the manufacturer of SIM for West Africa zone. And this is what we are trying to achieve with digital economy. I'm sure you're aware of the Nigerian Startup Act. Yes. So, and there are clear destinations to who can access what and all of this. These things were not done in isolation. And please recall, when the moderator did start, he said the first pillar of the digital economy is developmental regulation. That's co-creation, collaborating. That's what we have done with the Nigerian Startup Act.
We have the part of awareness, especially on the month of October, which is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, where we share information as regards child online protection, as regards the Cybercrime Act and other areas, just educating Nigerians on what they need to do. Lastly, we have in process the IPv6 deployment. Right now, Nigeria uses IPv4. I don't want to go into much details about that. But by the time we're able to have the IPv6, it helps the law enforcement to also track down online predators easily. Because right now, if there's a crime committed, there's a challenge that one IPv4 block can show you about 64 people. And you'll be wondering, okay, which of these 64 has committed a crime? But when it comes to IPv6, you can narrow it down to know exactly who committed the crime, and law enforcement have their job made easier. So that in that year, 2020, there was also a document, we call it Keeping the Children Safe Online, Advice for Parents and Caregivers. This document helps parents to have an idea of the kind of thing you need to help your children with. Most parents just assume, you just give your child a device app and they should know what to do. parents and guardians have their parts to play. So that document helps them to understand the things they need to do, not just technically, but also a conversation they must have with the children. Because our children, whether we like it or not, are more savvy internet-wise than most of the parents. So once they have that conversation, the children are able to trust them to, speak up in case they have any challenges or if they are victims of any sort of cybercrime event online. One major setback to the spread of digitization is the low broadband penetration and internet speed. Could the launch of the much-touted SpaceX in Nigeria as well as 5G bring respite to the digitally excluded and boost rural telephony?
The SpaceX license that was issued in Nigeria enables us to get as much as from 50 Mbps to 300 Mbps user experience at go. So imagine that you get 300 megabits per second in your location. You can do virtually everything. And digital economy depends on availability of broadband. The beauty about 5G and other modern technologies is that your speed is fast, the capacity is huge, the throughput is high, so you can do virtually everything on it. There are a lot of licenses that enables you to deploy infrastructure in Nigeria. Basically, if you have an ISP license, it's just 500,000 naira. If you want to set up a business or providing internet, 500,000 naira. And with innovation, like I mentioned, it's not everybody that might need 300 Mbps that a satellite, high throughput satellite is providing. But what can you do with it? With innovation, you can take this 300 Mbps. Most of us in our houses, we have fibers laid to our houses. At best, you can get 20 Mbps. That means the fiber provider is really doing well. But somebody is providing you 200 Mbps, and you have a license that enables you to provide internet service with only 500,000 naira to cover the whole country.
The most important is the market is competitive. When you talk about Starlink is not the only company that will be doing that service. So we provide a service, we encourage a service, and then provide an enabling environment that will make that service thrive. So we leave the market to determine what the competition is and what the price is. But not just leaving the market, we do what we call cost-based studies. With cost-based studies, for instance, you will know how much it costs that service provider to produce that service that you are enjoying, and we'll be able to maybe sometimes leave a band, say price floor or price cap.
One issue that resounds from the stakeholders present at this gathering is the change in the nation's income generation, very much tied to the digital economy.
One of the things you can do is that if you all feel that you need a lot of bandwidth, then you can take like Starlinks and then you converge the people in the same area, at least in that town. If there are 6 or 7 of you, you don't have to go and stay in your offices. Stay together and share those expensive resources. At the same time, you can work under a tech hub. You go to this innovation hub that already provided the necessary bandwidth you need and work there. While it's a process, NCC is already also doing ICT parks going forward. I think you must learn to work within, and while we are also trying to rapidly increase broadband connectivity, when it's there, it will be much cheaper and it will be available everywhere. The solutions that Nigeria needs lies in the hands of Nigerian youth, because we are now in the knowledge economy. We all know that oil is on the end. Even if it's there, when the world is going to bring technology next, so we're not going to rely on oil and gas. It is the knowledge economy, and Nigerians are really at the forefront even at the global level. As NCC, we recognize this value. We are a regulator, and as a result, the Commission cannot come to you and say, here, take money. That's not how it works. Do you understand? But we do certain things to enhance your participation in the national digital economy.
Although some have described the government's target of 95% digital literacy in the country by year 2030 as bogus, It aligns with the United Nations SDG, and this will help Nigerian youth leapfrog beyond the digital age, have access to education, and reduce unemployment, among others.
A Tech Hub will help you understand how tech can impact your life.
Your phone and your SIM card is going to be a bigger asset.
With the power that we have with social media, with the digital space right now, you can be anything you want to have.
Tech Hub for a smarter you.